Hi, this is Linda, and this is day 8 of our 30-day adventure in creating beyond fear. Today I'd like to talk about reclaiming our power of choice and what that has to do with creating, and lead you through a little exercise or activity that we'll do together and that you can do anytime to create more ease and space with choosing. So first of all, what does it have to do with creating? Well, whenever we are unwilling to exercise our divine birthright of our power of choice, we're actually limiting or stopping our creating. So it's really important. And I find that when I get frustrated, that's often because I've abdicated my power of choice in some way. And it might be unconsciously, or sometimes it's even we've been manipulated or deceived or coerced, and it could be any time or space that happens. But these things all can resonate in us and cause us to let go of that which we should have as our birthright. And then we get frustrated. I was frustrated with myself, I was angry with myself, and it caused me to look into it a little bit more. What's going on here? What am I doing? So why do I say this is our divine birthright? That's one of the laws of this place, is free choice. And I used to have a lot of opinions about not making anything greater than myself. I didn't like that idea. I couldn't accept it, especially more from a spiritual point of view, until I realized that God or source or whatever you want to call that, essence, doesn't force itself on us and doesn't force us to do anything. And that's where our right to free choice comes from. And Jesus himself did not force anyone to get healed. He didn't force that on anyone, only if they desired it. So it really is something that we should be using. We need to make use of it. It's our birthright and we need to make use of it. And when we can be more of this, more dominant in our space, and that term comes from a friend of mine, Graziano Dominici, and I hope that he'll be able to explain this more to you personally later on. When we're willing to be dominant in our own space, that means that everything in our space happens because of our choice, and it's a very conscious choice. Then we have more potency and we have more expansion in our ability to create. And that's really important. It's a very direct connection between those two things. So what makes us unwilling to exercise our power of choice? It might be something like we don't like the consequences of that choice. Every choice creates. Every choice creates something. And when you hear people say, well, I have no choice. I've said that. I have no choice. I have to do this. It's not true, actually. The truth is we do have a choice, but we might not like the consequences. And some people are willing to die for the choices that they're making. And they've looked at the possible consequences and they've agreed to that. And it's so important that they've agreed to that. And one thing that we can ask is, if I choose this, what's that going to create? Not only for me, but for everyone. And not only for right now, but for all time. And get how that feels. Is that what you want to create? And if I don't choose this, what's it going to create? For me and everyone, for now and all time. And get the feeling of that. What's the energy of that? And that can help confirm it. So let's look at this little exercise thing that we're going to do. So if you could just get comfortable and close your eyes if you like. And I'm going to ask you to expand your space, the space of your being. Okay, that feels good. And now, can you just kind of search that space and ask, I'm asking you, truth, is there anything in your space that you're making greater than yourself? Just search that and see what comes to mind intuitively. Okay. There is something. There usually is for most of us. It might be another time, another dimension, another universe, another reality, another space. Who knows where it is? Doesn't matter. Okay. So can you please breathe in and gather all of that together? And breathe it out into space. Just let it go. Good. Okay. Is there more? Yes. So gather in all the little tendrils wherever they may be. Breathe in. And Breathe it out. Make a sound if you like. You can make lots of sounds. Ooh, yeah, and we can make others, we can make ideas, we can make anything greater than us. We really can. Greater than our power of choice. Okay. We're going to do it again, but first I want to ask you, what is that? What was that? And you might not get it cognitively now, but you can ask yourself that again later. Okay, and is there any more of it, truth? And I'm getting a yes for most of us. Okay, so all the other little tendrils, wherever that is, we're going to dynamically gather all of this in. Are you ready? Breathe in. Okay, and now breathe it out and make a sound into space. 1, 2, 3, go. Whew. Yeah, are you willing to be master of your own domain? Are you willing to be dominant in your own space? I'd love to hear you. I'd love to hear Graziano talking about this. Okay. Do we need to do it again? Not right now. Okay. All right, you can do this again and again though. So it's expand your being, scan the space and ask if there's anything you're making greater than you in your own space. Gather it all in from wherever it is, breathe it out into space, ask, what was that? And then ask truth, do I need to do that again? When you ask truth in front of something, it helps cut through kind of the BS, our own BS mostly. So that's a good question. That's a good thing to add to the questions that you ask yourself, that we ask ourselves. All right, thank you very much. And if you'd like to make sure you don't miss any more, or you want to check on the older ones, all the videos are posted on the Lightwork channel on YouTube and also at the Lightwork School on Facebook. And there's other stuff on there too to check out. So please like, follow, subscribe, all those things. And it's been lovely talking to you, and look forward to talking to you again. Bye.